How's it going, everyone? Parth with Atlanta JDM, here to show off another one of our imports. Today we're sitting in a custom order that's going to be heading up to Colorado here very soon. It is a 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser, active vacation, so that trim level is pretty awesome. And we'll go over all that when I do the walk around. I might take a little bit of time and nerd out on that because there are just so many cool things on this car that came with that trim level, and definitely needs to be shown off. This is, like I said, going up to Zach up in Colorado. He owns 2 JDM Land Cruisers already, so he's pretty well versed in all these. Was looking for that specific 80 series 4.2 turbo diesel, and I think we were able to get him something real nice. Did take us some time though. Again, finding these cars is getting harder and harder, especially the notorious ones with these specific engines that everybody wants. But drivability wise, I mean, I don't usually do a lot of driving when it comes to pre-sold cars, other than to like test it, make sure it's all good. I'm testing it just to make sure the air stays cold. Had to fill up the Freon on that. It is R134, so that was easy and nice. Drivability wise though, it handles great. After driving so many Hiluxes, gasoline Land Cruisers we've had in before, the turbo diesel definitely adds that extra little pep that you need, but it's still a diesel, and once you lose momentum they handle like typical diesels. 2 things I kind of noticed while driving that are slightly annoying, which is when the air conditioning is on, there's a little bit of chatter behind this vent. It's not like terrible, and again, I'm pretty sure if you put some music on you won't be able to hear it. But the other thing is, I don't know, maybe just because of, again, it's a 25-year-old car, but the windows sometimes, maybe it falls off track on certain turns or however you maneuver the car, and you'll get like a little bit of a whistling sound, which doesn't happen all the time. The GoPro is on the window, so when it does happen, you should be able to pick it up. But again, I just had to drive the car. It's a Toyota. I love me some Toyotas. I'm actually wearing my TRD shirt, which is one of like 3 shirts outside of ATL JDM shirts that I own personally in my own wardrobe. But I mean, this thing is handling really great. Hills are not fun, but this thing is pretty sick. And again, just all the features that come on this thing, it's just, I don't know, it's gonna be a pretty in-depth long walk around because I'm probably gonna be nerding out the whole time. Trying to think of anything else that I need to say. Yeah, so like I said, I did recharge the AC. When they're already converted to R134, or they came from the factory R134, that's really easy for us to do here. It's like a $9 can of Freon. You can do it yourself in your driveway for like 20 bucks. Some kits are maybe a little more. But in Japan, it's a little harder to do stuff like that. Emissions, you know, everything over there is a little more strict. They have to go to like a specific shop, pay a certain fee just to get it looked at, and then pay X amount of dollars just for the actual Freon itself, as opposed to just getting it done here. So we made sure that the compressor was working before it shipped out, so all I had to do was just top it off with a can and a half. And like I said, I don't know if I said it, but I'll probably put an extra can in here in the glove box or something, just in case. Again, cans of R134 are like 9 bucks. It's R12, that's when it gets a little trickier. But I did find a source for cans of R12 for like $25 plus shipping. So if you need the hookup, you know, you can always shoot an email and send you the link. So I'm just gonna pull up in this church and do a walk around video. So see y'all in a sec. So it is very sunny right now. I just got some clouds, but if the camera angle is kind of weird at some point, it's just because I literally cannot see my phone screen right now. But we'll do a quick little lap. Are some cosmetic blemishes. Again, it was a off-roading vehicle. It's an active vacation, for Christ's sake. Actively, you know, running into stuff off-roading, but there's no frame damage, there's no rust. It's all just cosmetics, really easy stuff. Some bird poop right there. But all in all, you know, nothing that's deal breaker, you know, really easy stuff that can be attended to. First thing is going to be the scrapes on the plastics that are going to be on the front bumper. It's on both sides, kind of along the front. You do have some scraping in the paint, and it's just kind of all throughout the car. Again, tree branches, you know, ton of things could come into play for that. Do have, you know, chips in the paint as well. Oh, see, like I said, the sun. I'm trying to get some shade on. Maybe that'll work. All right. No scrapes right here. And down here. This side, just either they were rock crawling, or that must have been just some swipe. Down here as well, in the wheel well. And then on the rear bumper, it's got the same thing, not that much. Still has some on this side as well. Again, not that much. Little scrapes and chips in the paint. Good little scratch right here. And I think they were rock crawling because the same, you know, scratches show up. Or they were parking in some narrow space with two trees that they just brushed up against their entire life. And then some scratches right here. So again, it was definitely used for some off-roading. Did want to point this out too on the top shade for the sunroof. There's a crack in the plastic. Trying to make sure it picks it up. It's just so sunny, man. I'm sorry, y'all. And just a couple things on the inside, which we'll go over. You know, some of the plastic pieces that, again, just 25-year-old car. You know, it's just some stuff that comes with it, fair trade-off. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was the plastics on this side. As you see, there's kind of like, it's so sunny, Jesus Christ. Yeah, there we go. So all right here, those plastics have kind of just deteriorated over whatever it was running into, or time, or whatever. But it is kind of like, it's supposed to be like a rubber piece. Like over here, you can see it's kind of chipped on this side. On that side, it's just like this whole middle piece is just missing. And again, just looking at this side, it's kind of just old and probably been sitting in the sun and just needs to be replaced. It's all, you know, cracked up and just old again with age. 25-year-old car. So with the active vacation, before I just start diving into it, I want to make sure I don't miss anything, because this thing is freaking awesome. It's got the sunroof. It's got the in the rear, it's got like a storage camper container. Like, it's kind of like a mini camper. It's got an altimeter above the mirror, the rear view mirror. Rear air, AC, obviously, 4-wheel drive, selectable high and low. Believe it's got front and rear locking hubs. And yeah, it's basically like a camper in a car. And I'm gonna go ahead and just, or not a car, an SUV. But let me go over the back real fast. I am kind of at a hill, just like the CRV the other day, or the other video. So here we go, active vacation. So when you first open, I'm just gonna start from the back and go to the front. When you first open it and look inside, you know, you've got some really cool looking, you know, table, I guess. Flat surface. When you fold the two seats down in front, you can make a full bed, so you can just kind of camp your, you know, camp out back here, do your thing. You do have some storage on this side. It does not have rear AC, but it does have rear heat, so that's cool. I like the windows in the back. They're not the, you know, just the pop out. You can slide them back and forth, which is really, really cool in my opinion. And I think I have a cigarette lighter right here. And you do have a cigarette lighter right there. So cool. Then you open the bottom part. Whoops. Now on this side you can definitely adjust these, take these off, move them around, fold them in. And then on this side you're kind of stuck, but when you open up your little cubby, you've got your sink, which I'm not 100% sure how it works, but if it works anything like the one in the RV or the food truck we had a while ago, which it looks very similar, you need another water source or a jug or some other, you know, other storage of water for it to actually work. Now it does have the propane hookup. I don't think it's in there. It's like bandages and stuff, like a first aid kit. That's pretty cool. I think the gas hookup is over here somewhere. But basically, you're gonna have to convert all that stuff anyways. I only know that because of the camper we got in. All these have like a really small nozzle, and you're gonna have to upgrade it to the bigger one. It is pretty cool though. Sit out here, cook out, grill out, do your thing. You can basically live out of this thing. I don't think the previous owner was doing that, but it is just because of the condition, but they were definitely having some fun. So headliner's in really good condition. We're going to kind of make our way up to the front now. I'm kind of baking out here, so I'm overdoing this video. You got all your equipment over here. Tire changing equipment. Oh, that's not going to come up because of this. Fold that up. Yeah, there's all your stuff. And you got a nice little jack down there too. Back seat, start there. Again, all these seats will fold down. Seats are in really good condition. Don't even think anyone really sat. Oh, sorry. See, like I said, it's too sunny. I can't even see. Don't even really look like anyone sat in these. Does it have a cup holder? No, they're just armrests. Oh. Still nice though. I'm getting detailed. Do gotta shout or yell at my detail guy because he did not even open the cup holder up there and dust it off, but go up there in a sec. So again, headliner still in good condition. We're gonna open up the sunroof, show you there's no rust, everything works, all the windows roll down just fine, mirrors all work, or both work. Okay, the fun part is up here. So we're looking at 151,457 kilometers. That's around 90,000 miles. It is the 6-cylinder, 4.2 liter turbo diesel, the 1HD-FT, 1HD-FT, and it is completely stock up here in the front. You got the stock steering wheel. You got all the stocks, you know, unit, everything. Fuck, it's so hot. The cup holder I was talking to you about that didn't get dusted off from my detail guy. A little butthurt about that. But it does have a cup holder. I do love my cup holders in JDM cars. It's also got another little space up here in front of the shifter, if I can get around to this. Yeah. And those are really for small little coffee cans. Again, you got selectable high and low 4-wheel drive, automatic transmission, the stock radio, which again only goes up to 900 FM. Super ice cold AC. I just filled it up myself. The one thing, like I said, inside that we didn't really like are some of the wood trim pieces are a little chipped. Which again, I don't even think this is wood. This is just plastic. The wood grain like sticker. And then the one thing I know Zach didn't really like was there was this obnoxious like toll reader or something, GPS, and then another Japanese electronical AutoZone, something you don't need. So the dash isn't in the best condition. It does have these 4 holes drilled in, but we did make sure Zach was aware of that. And again, just the rest of the car kind of was a fair trade-off. You do have your altimeter and compass. Oh, altimeter and compass. And let me just turn this thing on because I'm dying in here. It's too hot. Okay. I let them spark plugs warm up, you know? Jesus Christ, come on, let's go. Bring that thing on. There we go. And that chatter is only really when it's driving. When it's just sitting here, it just sounds like regular AC. So again, there's gonna be some plastic bouncing up and down after age. Sunroof demonstration. I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it up, make sure that works, which it does. Tilt it down. We're gonna open the bad boy, okay? It'll probably stop in the middle as a safety thing, or is that when it closes? I think it's when it closes. But as you can see, what I wanted to show you was in between everything. There's no evidence of leaking, no water. It does need to be like dusted a little bit up here, but I'll try to do the other side, but it's kind of awkward. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's the way. Wait, we can do it like this. There we go. Okay. Pretty happy with finding this condition one, because I was getting a little worried, I'm not going to lie, when we weren't finding anything good. And again, it was really based on some of the leads that we saw, because you know, some of the other ones just had really, really shitty rust and just not mechanically as strong as this. Like I said, 6-cylinder, 4.2 turbo diesel. And the engine code is, yes, it is, I don't know if you can get the plate. Ah, it's so sunny, God. 1HD-FT. Double batteries, double the fun. Good. Good old Toyota. Oh, that's hot. But again, you know, when Zach first placed his order, we weren't looking for this specific car. You know, the goal is, or this trim level, all the features. The goal is to always, you know, kind of shoot for the stars. And, you know, I think he's going to be happy. I think we delivered. And it's just a good looking truck, honestly, or SUV. It's just, if you're going to get a Land Cruiser, this is the one to get.